We're on a roll with the apples to apples cards, so let's find out what else it is that we need to know from the apples to apples cards. Tell us what we need to know. Cards, we've got one coming down here. We've got lightning. All right, so lightning may be significant in some way. Anything else you can tell us about the lightning? Lightning on the ground. There's three of them down here. We've got getting tasered, the Northern Lights, and an alien invasion. Ooh, okay. So yeah, this thing is going to be very shocking. The aliens are going to come down out of the sky on a night when the Northern Lights are visible, maybe. Or it's just kind of look like the Northern Lights. What else do we need to know? On the floor again. God damn. David Lynch. I don't know who David Lynch is. Visionary American director, dark and dreamy works include Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, and the cult TV show Twin Peaks. Isn't Twin Peaks about like kind of like paranormal stuff? I've never really seen Twin Peaks. What do I know about Twin Peaks? Oh, that's the show with the log lady. There's like this lady and she's like, I don't know, she's got like this psychic connection to a log, and the log like communicates with her telepathic. There's a car getting pulled over there. You can see the police lights. Anyway, tell me more about this. Anyway, the log lady. It's her connection to the log. She can communicate the messages that the log needs to give people. We have paranormal activity. Yeah, this is something bizarre, unexplained phenomenon. Okay, sure. That's interesting. Anything else we need to know about the aliens and the paranormal activity on the floor? Oh my god. What the fuck? All right, we have Ebola virus, which yeah, that's a thing that's happening right now. And we also have Yellowstone Park. So maybe the aliens are going to show up in Yellowstone Park. I don't know what this has to do with the Ebola virus, and I kind of don't want to know what this has to do with the Ebola virus. Anything else we need to know about the aliens, the shocking visit from the aliens? And any other paranormal activity associated with the alien invasion? A car crash. This is just catastrophe. Catastrophe. And it says, hey, it was an accident. Maybe it's not necessarily an invasion, but like this alien spacecraft is going to accidentally crash land in Yellowstone Park. Amy Winehouse. What does Amy Winehouse have to do with anything? Rehab, were the aliens drunk driving? And that's why they crashed their spaceship? Perhaps the aliens were drunk driving and they crashed their spaceship into Yellowstone Park. It's very shocking. Let's keep going. What else do we need to know about cleaning the bathroom and going to school? These are both very like mundane tasks. So like you're going to hear about this news about the alien invasion spaceship crash happening in Yellowstone Park or around Yellowstone Park while you're doing something very like basic and boring, like cleaning your bathroom or going to school. Uh, why is Amy Winehouse relevant? This card came out. Fox News Network, yeah, get in the news. Maybe don't believe what you hear on Fox News. It's a cable channel that provided 24-hour news coverage in its trademarked fair and balanced manner. Fox News is not fair and balanced. Fox News is insane. 9 cards. That's like 9 cards. 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 But the top one's interesting that I can see. Puppy kisses. Oh, puppy kisses. Are the aliens gonna look kind of like puppies? That would be cute. We've got flesh wounds. They're gonna be wounded, these little aliens. Fireworks. We've got the create your own card. So fireworks. Create your own card feels interesting. And Doctor Who! Another alien card. Snow, dieting, and skaters. Why skaters? That's weird. But snow, so like some kind of weather event happening around the collision site. Maybe Doctor Who is gonna be around because he's gonna save us from the aliens. I don't get dieting. Hopefully, we are not the aliens' diet. Although this puppy kisses card says slurp, so you know somebody could be getting eaten. There's just all kinds of police sirens going off out there right now. It's crazy. But the choose your own Apple card, create your own Apple card. This is like a choose your own adventure story, or like something you're gonna have to like make a decision about in some way. This is all right. Let's do one more deck. What else do we need to know? Can we get some more information on the create your own Apple card? Did I drop one? Picking your nose, but like, yeah, you're picking something. Not necessarily your nose, but something else. This is so stupid. Shopping malls. Yeah, a shopping mall to me is like very choice heavy because a shopping mall is just like filled with other stores and all these stores, and you have to choose, you know, which store do you want to go into while you're at the mall. I also have the pyramids, which, you know, if you are have been, you know, ever watched Ancient Aliens, not saying that I believe that the Ancient Aliens people are onto something, but they do tend to talk about like alien invasion, the pyramids being significant to aliens for some reason. Whether they are like teleportation portals or like giant batteries or generators or all these different things. Um, so the pyramids. Uh, I believe that ancient people did actually build the pyramids. I'm just gonna put that out there. I believe in archaeology. But it is kind of fun to think about pyramids from the conspiracy theory standpoint every now and then. Um, but given all of the cards here, the paranormal activity, the alien invasion, um, and like the spacey cards, we had the what is it? The Northern Lights, that was the one. Um, I just this is weird. This is really weird. Anyway, I was putting cards away and some more fell out. These three were all like glued together. You can see the. Anyways, we have Egypt. We had the pyramids. We also have magma for a volcano and psychics. Psychics have predicted that the aliens are coming. We also have handcuffs, and the cops are still going crazy out there. Smartphones, dark matter, typhoid Mary after the Ebola virus, North Korea, defibrillator paddles, because we had lightning and getting tasered, so it's kind of, you know, another electric shock card. Rubber gloves, you know, it says just in case with typhoid Mary. Chameleons, maybe the aliens can blend in. And then we have honeymoon, so this could have maybe like somebody's on their honeymoon in Yellowstone National Park, and then the aliens crash land, and then we get kind of like infected with some virus that the aliens brought here. It's like a reverse war of the worlds. Wasn't that the movie where the aliens show up and invade, and then they all die because they don't have an immune system that's capable of tolerating like the cold virus. The common cold is what killed them, and it's super stupid and very anticlimactic. Got graffiti turned around here. None of these feel interesting. Androids. There's also smartphone. That was, and an Android is a type of smartphone. Um, I'm just looking for the cards that are turned around here. Honeymoons, but also dating. So maybe it's not a honeymoon. Maybe you're just out on a date. You're in like the honeymoon phase of a new relationship. And then, the aliens crash land and suddenly everything goes to hell. But you know what? If the aliens do crash land and everything goes to hell, we're already kind of living in a version of hell already anyway, so fuck it. Bring on the aliens. Okay, wait. So I was just thinking about the ancient aliens thing, and then I remembered this dream I had a few weeks ago. Um, so in this dream, it was me and this guy looked super familiar for some reason. But like I couldn't place him. But me and this guy, we were going around and talking to like presidential candidates, and we had this big chart and these like maps. And we were trying to like convey the idea that something was going to be happening in space. And when this thing happened, it was going to impact certain places on Earth. Um, and then like humans wouldn't be able to go there anymore. But I couldn't remember specifically what was happening, or why we couldn't go to these places, but there was like a reason why we couldn't go to certain places on Earth. So maybe like Yellowstone was one of those places. Um, and like I woke up and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So it was such a vivid dream. And I just couldn't remember what I knew this guy from. And then, like later that morning, I got a text message from someone, and they were like, "Oh my God, did you see the news?" And it was a news story about David Wilcock, who was like a prominent contributor on Ancient Aliens. And I was like, "Holy shit, that's the guy that was in my dream last night. That's why I know him." And then it turns out that the article was about David Wilcock supposedly taking his own life during a standoff with the police. So that's interesting. The internet conspiracy theorists don't necessarily believe that that is the real story of what went down with David Wilcock, but the amount of police activity that was going on while I was recording this is interesting. So yeah, all it's a lot of strangeness. I'm not, yeah, no, it's strange. It's very strange. Weird synchronicities.